Hey, everyone. That was the most adorable wave I've ever seen you do. Can you do it again?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm eating my whatever.
What do you have?
I don't even know what it is. It's got seeds.
If you don't know what it is, why are you eating it?
It looked good. It's something I can eat. It's vegan. It's gluten free. It had matcha in it.
Oh, okay.
All right. But it looks like that in the center, and I was confused when I bit into it. So.
Okay.
Yeah. This is my snack.
Well, everyone, welcome to Books and Brew. We are conveniently located within
this room.
I was gonna say Alrac.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Within the Amethyst domain, gracefully donated or let us rent it out by the owners.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
Sometimes. They've been very good so far. They've been away. What's going on, Shady?
Hey, Shady. I don't have the chat. Can you send me the thing?
Yeah, I can send you the link.
I forget every time.
Well, guys, there has been some interesting... Sorry, I'm slowing down my pace so I can get you the link, and I can keep the conversation going.
That's fine. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck this thing is.
What are you eating?
I don't know.
That worries me.
Here, let's see if I read the ingredients.
All right, there's the chat. So today, well, I should say last week, we checked out a lot of the different type of dragons there exist now. Within 5e, we now have the gem dragons, in addition to the chromatic as well as the metallic dragons. We talked a little bit about their sort of nature, definitely the breath weapons that are available to them, as well as the new Dragonborns that you can play as. If you don't know, Dragonborn is a playable race within 5e. We made a little hint last time that we would talk about... I am just so... I'm
listening to you, but you asked me what was in it, so I was reading it.
No, it's fine. I think right now it's so intriguing. It almost saw like your brain was on pause, and I was watching you do it, and I was like, I wonder how long this is gonna take.
Well, it's got a thing called Vita Fiber syrup.
I'm sorry?
And I used to work supplements and nutrition companies, and I used to work with all like manufacturers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I know what everything else on here is. I don't know what that is.
Kind of sounds fake, to be honest.
Probably sounds like I was gonna have to make a shirt because it's Vita Fiber.
Okay. Well, we were hinting last time that there are some more items that or abilities and magic that comes with dragons, and I also hinted there's some brand new spells that come in Fizzban.
See, Shady's also interested in what the fuck Vita.
What is Vita Fiber? I don't know what that is. So now that we have dragon spells, new spells that are added in 5e, that all have a bit of a draconic twist to it. So let's go ahead and get into a few of these. We have 2 level 2s, 1 level 3, 1 level 4, 1 level 5, 1 level 6, and 1 level 7.
Yeah, I googled it too, Shady.
It's a natural sweetener. Okay.
It's a natural sweetener that has
honey
prebiotics from the link I looked up. So
honey.
It's like supposed to aid your digestion.
Okay. All right. I was guessing. I don't know what else is naturally sweet.
Honey's naturally sweet.
Yeah, it was like honey. Sugar. I mean, you want to stay away from that.
Well, you just don't go crazy, but you know, sugars and everything.
Is there anything else in nature? I guess like some sort of flowers, right? Like pollen or something? That's still honey.
Stevia is a leaf, but that's supposed to be an artificial sweetener.
Sugar cane.
Yeah. Raw sugar.
Anyways, we're getting off topic.
Yeah. If you want to come talk weird shit, you talk to me. I mean, we are talking about weird shit, but...
Yeah, true. So there's actually a few things that this book offers in terms of dragon magic is what they consider it. There's the spells. There are spells associated with dragons. This is actually pretty cool because you can maybe section off some of these spells away from your party, and they can learn them if they interact with maybe dragon or dragon kind or dragon scrolls, anything that has to do with draconic abilities. So it's actually kind of a little added bonus where, like, let's say you have a wizard and you're like, oh, now you found something that's kind of exclusive to dragons and now you can cast it, which is really fun. There's magical items, kind of self-explanatory, we know what that is. There are Horde items. Horde items are magical items that siphon magic away from a Draconic Horde.
It sounds like something like Dragon Mafia.
Maybe? I'm not in the right hands.
I
maybe.
think because my brain went that way. My brain went Horde. It was like only certain people in the mafia can go.
I guess so. The idea is that dragons by nature are pretty magical, you know, and the Horde that they keep generally is also collective of different magical items and trinkets and abilities and armor and weapons, and whatever weapon items you take from this Horde siphons a little bit, so maybe it has some limited uses. And lastly, there's the Draconic Gifts. Draconic Gifts are something that you can give a boon to a character, maybe for a short amount of time, maybe forever, and it's all draconically themed.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And this may be on or off topic. Could a dragon be your patron?
Absolutely. I think so. I don't think there's a Draconic patron.
I like the rebuttal. Absolutely. I think so.
Tiamat's a good answer. That's more of a god, though. But you can't.
Yeah, like I mean, like I don't mean like god status. I mean like if you just found some all-powerful fucking dragon, could he be your patron?
When I think of patron, we're thinking of Warlock, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't see a cleric pledging allegiance to a dragon, but I mean, there's different types of clerics that are more on the little edgier side, and same thing with paladins.
Tiamat is technically a god. And you can definitely be a warlock, a celestial warlock, and say that your patron is Tiamat. Or you can say it's a fiend, you know, if it's a really like evil dragon with maybe a little bit of like this fiendish energy, or comes from maybe like the Nine Hells.
I've just never seen anybody do it. Even people that are like what I would call like the larger groups of like Critical Role or Dimension 20, I've never seen anybody do it. But even the smaller people that we've watched or less like largely watched, I've never seen like a player do that.
I would do this. Dragons are by nature very elemental based. And we know this because we went over it last time, that like chromatic dragons are all about fire, and metallic are all about like fire, cold, lightning.
Like what if you wanted to be a druid? Like the elements play into being a druid.
I mean, sure, it's all about flavor. I was saying that something that was a little more set in the Warlock because you wanted to patron.
Yeah. You
can definitely do a Genie Warlock, and just say instead of a genie, you pledged allegiance to a dragon, because Genie Warlocks get a lot of elementally based boons. Whether that means they do extra fire damage or they do an additional ice damage on top of already their regular damage. So you could say that you're kind of a bit of an elementally based character, but instead of a genie, dragon. You'd have to get really creative about your bottle though, because there's a bottle feature you get as that warlock.
Well, you can like worship like a demi-lich, right?
Yeah, there's Undying and the undead warlocks.
I don't see why not dragon.
Yeah, there's just not specifically a subclass for dragons.
Yeah, that's why I was like, excuse me, sorry.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, I mean, I know there's levels, like obviously age and stuff like that. And maybe in your campaign, this one is like super OP or something, but like they don't really have like quote unquote god-like powers, so that's why I asked.
Dragons by nature are super powerful. I definitely could see that a dragon could give a being magic or boons. Right off the bat, I think 5e only offers the Draconic Sorcerer, and you can maybe do a Cleric. It doesn't have any draconic things about it, but there are high level dragons you can pledge allegiance to.
What about IO?
I don't know who IO is.
I don't either.
But,
I mean, I know there's like those other, I forget what the hell they're called, but they're like lawful good dragons.
Oh, metallic.
No. They look like a serpent.
Oh.
Like they're technically a dragon, but they're...
It's like a Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah, that thingy.
I don't remember the name of it.
I butcher the name every
That is a
time.
celestial. That is considered a celestial.
Oh.
So, let's go ahead and get into the Draconic Magic that is available now. First, we have here a 3rd level spell called Ashland's Stride. 3rd level. It costs 1 bonus action to cast. It is... I don't see... Let's see, double check. It's available to Artificers. rangers, sorcerers, and wizards. The description of the spell reads as follows. The billowing flames of a dragon blast from your feet, granting you an explosive speed. For the duration, your speed increases by 20 feet, and moving does not provoke opportunity attacks, so it's like almost disengage. When you move within 5 feet of a creature or object that isn't being worn or carried, it takes 1d6 fire damage from your trail of heat. Let's see, trail of heat. A creature or object that can take this damage only once per turn, and it's a concentration spell that lasts for a minute. So that's the end of the spell. So essentially, you can blast your way away from someone, causing a little bit of damage, and maybe moving past a few people as you go. It lasts for a minute, so essentially your speed is boosted to 20 plus extra feet until the end of the minute. Unless you lose concentration, and you can just be flying around. It doesn't give you a flight speed, but it does give you an increased speed.
Seems like a boosted up Longstrider.
It's like if Longstrider and Disengage combined and did a bit of damage along with it. And of course, if you cast it at a higher level, you do more damage. I think 1d6 is totally fine. Yes, it's a 3rd level spell, but it's not focusing on damage. This is a mobility spell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and while you leave, you know, you don't have opportunity attacks, which is massive. That's really good. 7th level spell, we're going in sort of alphabetical order. Draconic Transformation. It is another 1 bonus action to cast. It's a concentration spell that lasts for a minute. It is available to druids, sorcerers, and wizards. Makes sense.
Makes sense because transformation.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's like sorcerers and wizards kind of go hand in hand when it comes to the aspect of magic, and druids has to, it's in the wheelhouse. With a roar, you draw on the magic of dragons to transform yourself, taking on draconic features. You gain the following benefits until the spell ends. Blind sight. You now have a blind sight within 30 feet. So, in a 30-foot range, you have blind sight. You now have a breath weapon. When you cast a spell as a bonus action on the subsequent turns, so not on this turn, but on subsequent turns,
Is this from the module, he says?
This is from Fizzban. Yeah. You can exhale a shimmering energy in a 60-foot cone, and each creature must make a dexterity saving throw or takes 6d8 damage.
Damn.
This means for a minute, you can constantly blast out as a bonus action your breath weapon and do 68 damage. Of course, there is a dex saving throw to see if they can half it, but that's still a lot of damage. It has to be a 7th level spell. Has to be.
To constantly do it? Yeah.
Yeah. And lastly, you get wings. You now have incorporeal wings that sprout from your back and give you a flying speed of 60 feet.
Mike didn't see I did that.
No, I didn't. I was reading. I saw in the corner of my eye, and that's it. I don't know if that's exactly what I saw, but I saw something.
I did this.
Oh, okay.
I like to what Shady was talking about. Like, he goes by Io or Asgorath. It's interesting. Essentially, he's a huge, basically metallic dragon.
But
chromatic dragon.
I feel like this is fair. 7th level spell. You have to be really high level, and it is a concentration spell, so it's not like you can stack other things on it. Though, as a wizard, you could probably cast fireballs in action, and the bonus action breathe out again.
I mean, to be honest, I just kind of want to make Dragon Mafia now.
Dragon Mafia? That'd be pretty cool.
Make a one-shot. Dragon Mafia.
Dragon Mafia. You have another idea, but we'll get into that later.
The mob boss is the dragon.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good.
But you get, like, little demi powers as long as you serve said dragon. You fuck up, you get iced.
Don't worry, boss. We'll put them on ice. You're the white dragon. There's a 6th level spell called Fizzban's Platinum Shield.
That sounds cool.
Another bonus action. These are all bonus actions. Crazy. So far.
They kind of seem like lair actions, but like dimmed down a bit for a character versus like big bad evil guy.
Yeah.
That's what they remind me of.
The funny thing is, I kind of...
Because I feel like those are kind of OP for a bonus action. Like, don't get me wrong, some bonus actions are clutch, but...
Yeah. I feel there's absolutely less bonus action spells out there, which is I think why this is sort of heavy on bonus actions. Do you guys know who Fizzban is? He's like this old, white-haired, like, I don't know. I see a picture of him, and he looks like I don't know what he is, some sort of scholar. We don't read into it. We read into the fun parts.
I actually haven't gotten to read most of it, so.
So the way the spell works is it's a concentration up to a minute. Fizzban's Platinum Shield available to only sorcerers and wizards.
Huh. He's a mage.
Oh, cool. So you create a field of silvery light that surrounds a creature of your choice within range. So it's sort of a direct onto someone. You choose yourself, or you can choose yourself. Okay, so you can choose anything. The field sheds dim light out to 5 feet, and while surrounded by this field, a creature gains the following benefits. Cover. It now has half cover. It has damage resistance to acid, cold, fire, lightning, and poison damage. And evasion. If a creature is subject to an effect that allows it to make a dexterity saving throw, it has the evasion ability, where it can take no damage if it makes it safe.
Just to give preference, he's the avatar of the dragon.
Got it. Thank you.
Lord or whatever.
We're
dragon god.
We're not gonna read Dragonlance. I guarantee we don't have time for that.
The unexpected hero of the War of Lance, and he's the avatar of the dragon god. So
Perfect.
It makes sense why he's in this.
It's funny. I was telling my coworkers that I watch a lot of like movie explain channels that summarize a movie, a 2-hour movie.
Yeah, and like Shady, he won't read, so I have to summarize so he knows what it is.
Well, not you. Not specifically you, but I watch a lot of these movie explain channels that explain a 2-hour movie in 10 minutes. I love it. I don't have to watch it unless I
just like it for the horror ones or like the creepy ones, because there's a lot of like stupid shit that's produced. Like, I don't have a nice way of saying that there's really bad horror movies. And like there's some cool cheesy ones that are obviously classics, but like now it's like, do I want to waste the 2.5 hours or 2 hours?
There's been, and my coworkers hate it. They're like, what do you mean you watch these explain videos? And I was like, yeah, I watch explain videos. I don't watch, unless I really want to see it, I don't watch movies.
I think because like you and I have run off this theory, like we don't really ruin it for ourselves unless like there's a lot of like hype behind it for us personally.
I'll enjoy it when I enjoy it, you know? It's one of those things. So that's the spell. Another fun thing is that as a bonus action on subsequent turns, you can move the field, the orb, to another creature. So that's pretty good. So it could be like, I'm moving away, I'm gonna give you the shield, I'm running. You know, and that's really useful. That's really cool. Has to be a 6th level spell. It's really powerful. A level 2 spell called Nathir's Mischief. It's an action to cast. It's a 2nd level spell. Concentration, another concentration spell for a minute. This one is available to bards, sorcerers, and wizards. Hey, look at that, giving bards some love. We haven't seen them yet.
Bards get all the love. That's the literal stereotype.
Good point. Good point.
That bards are horned toads. Not that all are, but you know, you didn't get a stereotype by not meeting that criteria.
You fill a 20-foot cone that you can see within range with Fey and Draconic Magic. It's mixing both of them. Roll on the Mischievous Surge table to determine the magical effect produced, and roll again at the start of each turn until the spell ends. You can move the cube up. Oh, is a cube? Oh, it's a 20-foot cube. My apologies. I said cone. It's not a cone. It's a cube. You can move the cube up 10 feet before you roll. So at the start of your turn, you can choose to move it up 10 feet. You roll again. Next turn, move it 10 feet. Roll again. 10 feet. Roll again. You roll a d4, and the following effects can happen. The smell of apple pie fills the air, and each creature within the cube must make a wisdom saving throw or become charmed by you until the start of your next turn. Bouquets of flower. appear all around, and each creature within the cube must make a dexterity saving throw or be blinded until the start of your next turn as the flowers spray water in their face. Very mischievous. I can see why this is a bard spell. Number 3. Each creature in the cube must succeed a wisdom saving throw or begin giggling until the start of your next turn. A giggling creature is incapacitated and uses all of its movement to move in a random direction. This is, I mean, it's getting weird. It has the hallmark of Fae all around it. It fits it. Number 4, drops of molasses hover in the cube, making it difficult terrain until the start of your next turn. No damage. This is not a damaging spell. This is utility.
Molasses isn't damaging. It will slow you down.
Blinding is pretty good. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I did read, Shady, that he was just kind of like accidentally blundering into all of his power.
So that's Nathar's Mischief. It's an illusion spell, kind of fits the bill. I don't know if I'd take it. It's a little weird.
I mean, if it matches your character.
I guess so. For a very, very fun, mischievous character, that fits the bill. I'm gonna butcher this name, so apologies.
What is it?
Ralumith. Raulothim.
I'd have to see it, and even then it's probably gonna not be great.
I'm gonna just call it by the end of it, which is called Psychic Lance. That sounds cool. Psychic Lance. It's an action to cast. It has a range of 120 feet. Hey, it's Eldritch Blast. You release a shimmering lance of psychic power from your forehead at a creature.
Like a unicorn horn?
Huh. I would flavor it that you.
That's what I'm picturing. You said out of your forehead. That's a fucking unicorn.
Yeah, you have to pull your head down like a rhino and aim it.
Or like a cyclops beam.
Is this consider the forehead right here? No, it's your bridge.
No.
It's your bridge.
Forehead's up here.
Your nose bridge. Yeah, your forehead's here. So you throw this psychic power out. Alternatively, you can utter a creature's name.
Yeah, that's why I said Cyclops, Shady. I was like, it has to be here.
Ooh, this is interesting. Alternatively, you can utter a creature's name. If the name target is within range, it becomes the spell's target, even if you can't see it. That's pretty cool. If the name target isn't within range, the lance dissipates without effect. So you best
like
hope...
a homing beacon.
Yeah, like it goes through walls and shit. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 7d6 psychic damage and is incapacitated until the start of your next turn. On a successful save, the creature takes half damage and is not incapacitated. Incapacitated is brutal. Wow. You're not stunned, you're...
It's like unconscious, kind of.
Yeah.
I guess maybe you're awake, I don't know.
I guess you could be, but what level is the spell? It's a 4th level spell. 7d6 and you're incapacitated? And it's an intelligence saving throw, which isn't used very often.
Because Blight's 8d8, but then if you pass, you get half of it. And it's a 4th level spell.
I agree that it's a low level. It's 4th level, which is not that high. 76 is nothing to scoff at, and the fact that intelligence saving throw is not used a lot in 5e is almost like hindering. Like, use it on the fighter, use it on the barbarian. They're gonna fail.
I feel like
and it's psychic damage. They can't have that.
Is like an easy jump step for a lot of people.
Exactly, and this is made to hit the barbarian.
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna save that intelligence saving throw, and they're going down. And guess what? If they don't attack by the next turn, if you keep them that way, they'll lose their rage. This is the barbarian stopper.
Hear that, really?
I'm coming for you.
Already killed the man twice.
What's going on, Brain? We got Brain Tech, Lightwood in chat right now. That was what I mean. You can almost one-shot a character with that. Yeah, imagine you keep hitting them, because it's until the end of your turn. You can just keep on doing it.
What if you're hasted?
Oh my god, that's disgusting. I love it. Oh my god, that's really disgusting. Holy crap. Yeah. That's worth that's a good spell to have. Next spell is called Rhymes Blended Ice. Or Blending. Apologies.
It's like, it sounds like a drink.
Kind of does, doesn't it? It's a 2nd level spell. It says here the range is, it originates from you and has a 30-foot cone. A burst of cold energy emanates from you within a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a con save. On a failed save, a creature takes 3d8 cold damage and is hindered by ice formations for 1 minute, or until the creature within range uses an action to break away from the ice. A creature hindered by the ice has its speed reduced to 0. Kind of low damage. It's a 2nd level spell, so I'm not expecting a lot. This is good to stop a bunch of people who are running from you.
Or you run from them.
Yeah, like if someone's chasing
Freeze by.
someone's chasing you, you turn around, you see there's like 7 people coming at you, point at them, maybe half of them save, you got the other half, they're not coming after you, and you go out. It's not even, yeah, it's, I mean, 3d8 is still not, it's not that bad. Oh, hey, we got a temple in the chat right now.
Temple, you don't like ice drinks because you're always cold.
Blended Ice is available to only sorcerers and wizards.
I like ice drinks even if it's cold because I'm a masochist and I don't think my decision's there.
I 100% agree, Shady. 3d8 is not low, and it's getting as many characters as it can in an AoE, in a cone. So you can hit multiple people.
Yeah, because I mean, you can do, I mean, if you get all 8s, you...
I know. Jeez. That's 24, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For a 2nd level spell, that's pretty good. It's really good. 5th level spell, Summon Dragon or Draconic Spirit. Action to do. Concentration for an hour. There is a Draconic Spirit what's it called? Character block.
You use that inside of an inn as you run out the front door.
Oh, nice. And yeah, you cause all these icicles to form while you're running and they can't get out. Maybe there's someone blocking the door because they've frozen out there and they're just like unable to move. You can be very dangerous with this. Draconic Spirit has its own stat block. I'm not going to read all of it, but essentially it has the ability to do a multi-attack. It can breathe out, an element. You can essentially bring forth a Draconic Spirit to aid you. And it'll stay, it's like summon animals, summon, elemental, things like that. It's a 5th level spell. Not bad. That one is available to druid, sorcerers, and wizards.
Seems to be the running theme. Except for that one with the bard.
Yeah.
A weird one.
That's it. Not that many magic spells, but there are some pretty good ones.
I think the cat ran into the door because I hear him crying.
Literally, before we started the stream, he came in here, screamed at us, and I said, "Did you hit your head?" And he went, "Meh."
Well, I did promise you some magical items. And I like to deliver. Some goodies.
Only if we get the goodies in
But before you do so, don't forget to type !giveaway to get your own goodies. We are partnering up with Mithril Armory. I was thinking it's not gonna do it. Oh well, that's fine. You can win yourself a tin 20, and if you guys don't know what a tin 20 is, it is a foldable, collapsible D20 made out of metal. Something that you can essentially fit in your pocket, in your wallet. You could take a D20 to go, set it up later. We took pictures of a mid-construction tin 20 on our Instagram, shared it on Instagram, Twitter, and things like that. Don't forget to follow us on social.
I think he fell. I heard a crash.
I heard a crash.
I'll be right back.
Just memorize Psychic Glance twice. Yeah, just do that, and it's insane. You heard that? Oh my god! That sound was the sound of a cat hitting blinds, then hitting a floor. He's too fat? That's sad.
He had a running start to the scratcher, and then like he hit the window and bounced back, and then he was like this when I came over there.
The only thing about the blended ice thing is that they can spend an action to get rid of the ice and then run. Because it's almost like a flash. It happens to multiple people, and it's not concentration after that. It's concentration to hold them in place.
Like I said, if we ever have children, these cats, I don't know if I'm worried about the kid, I'm worried about the cats teaching the kid the right thing.
Well, are you ready for some magical items?
Yes.
Okay. Might I introduce you to the Crystal Blade? Pretty good, right? It's a magical sword that is fashioned from the horn or spine of a crystal dragon.
Wow.
When you hit with an attack roll with a sword, the target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage. It also holds 3 charges, which regain 1d3 at dawn. When you hit a creature with an attack roll using a sword, you can expend a charge to regain a number of hit points equal to that radiant damage that you dealt. So if you deal 7 points of damage, you heal 7 points. While holding the sword, you can use a bonus action to cause it to shine bright light in a 30-foot radius, or dim light for an additional 30. You can also spend a bonus action to douse the light. Pretty good. It's not that bad. It's pretty good that you can hit and heal.
Yeah.
This is good for also like a barbarian who wants to, hurt as well as heal. Generally, most barbarians are like, "Please heal me, please!" when they start to get low.
It's good for a cleric.
It's good for a cleric too. If you're a war cleric that gets up in fray.
You keep calling Vera that, and that's technically not what she is, but she keeps doing it.
I call as I see it. There's also the Amethyst Lodestone. It's a fist-sized chunk of amethyst that is infused with an amethyst dragon's ability to bend gravitational forces.
I like those Bachonk dice.
Yeah, I saw
Or
those.
It's just like this.
It was huge.
I want one.
Big as your fist. It's crazy.
Trying to roll it, you're gonna have to use. Oh, sorry. You're gonna have to use 2 hands.
Can I have it in IRL? I don't know. It might be too expensive for a Christmas gift. While you are carrying the lodestone, you have advantage on strength saving throws. The lodestone has 6 charges for the following properties, and the stone regains 1d6 charges at dawn.
Temple.
Damn. You can expend 1 charge to give yourself the power of flight for 10 minutes. Your flying speed equals your walking speed.
Just don't throw it at Steve if you do get it.
You can expend 1 charge to change the force of gravity around creatures you can see within 60 feet of you. The target must succeed a DC 18 strength saving throw, or be pushed up 20 feet in a direction of your choice.
Did you give that kid nip?
No. And lastly, you can use 3 charges, so it's going to be big, to do reverse gravity. You can cast the reverse gravity.
Isn't that like a 7th level or 6th level?
It is.
Because I think Kara
It's a high level
has
spell.
it as a druid.
So you can, this obviously is a very rare magical item, just for the reverse gravity thing, because I think it shoots people up 100 feet.
Let me see.
Go for it. Yeah,
I have it on my
I want to know.
list.
So that's pretty damn good. Definitely a late game item.
It's loading. It wants to be special.
You can also get yourself a Draconic hide belt. There are different types of hide belts. There's the unique, which is a +1, a rare +2, very rare +3.
No, that's a 7th level. Spell reverses gravity in 50-foot radius, 100-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. All creatures and objects that aren't somehow anchored to the ground in the area fall upward and reach the top of the area when you cast a spell. You have to make a dex save. It says if A solid object such as a ceiling is encountered in this fall. Falling objects and creatures strike it. That's what I was gonna ask. Just as they would in normal falling down, like if they were normally falling down.
Fight someone who doesn't have flight, and bring them up.
Well, as a reaction, because you'd have to do an action if you're gonna make something fly to counter this.
Yeah, I mean, you better hope that you don't, your opponent doesn't have feather fall, so you bring them upwards, and they hit the ceiling. For falling damage is 1d6 every 10 feet.
Does feather fall
so
pull you down?
Yeah,
or does it
you do that, and then
send you up?
Then you release the fall, and then they hit the ceiling, and then you release the spell, and they hit the floor again. That's 3 charges. Use another 3 charges to bring them back up to the ceiling. They hit the ceiling, take the damage, and you release the spell, and they fall again. Then you have to wait a few days because you have to re-roll.
It seems like you would do that on somebody like you done fucked up.
That's I'm gonna talk to you and curse your name while I'm fucking you up. Because you're like, do you really want to? You know what? Back up. There you go. The Dragonhide belt, as I mentioned before, it's has different types of belts that give you different bonuses. This is exclusive to monks. The finely detailed belt is made out of dragonhide, and while wearing this, you get a bonus to your saving throws for your key features. In other words, your stunning strike. So in other words, generally, a stunning strike is I think it's on your wisdom saving throw. Yeah, it's dependent on your wisdom saving throw. So you get a +2 to that saving throw. So in other words, someone has to make your save +2 because you gave it an extra DC. It's basically, I'm really gonna go ahead and make you stunned. You're not gonna save from this.
Says you can use the lodestone.
Yeah, it's a really fun item. There's another ability, another weapon, or item, it's a weapon, called Dragon Lance. You have a choice. It can be a lance or a pike. It does require attunement, so it's going to be good.
I just feel like lances are super inconvenient, because unless you're a tall person, you're just going to have it on your back, or you're just going to always carry it straight out and...
You got to put it on your steed, I guess?
Stab a bunch of people. Yeah, I don't know.
The legendary Dragon Lance. It's just called Dragon Lance, which I love. A Dragon Lance is a renowned weapon forged from rare metal with the aid of powerful artifacts, also created within a Brahump? I can't say that. It's a location within the book. Different lances are forged by using foot soldiers as pikes. They keep going and going and going. Essentially, it has magical properties. You get a +3 to attack and damage rolls. And when you use when you hit a dragon with this weapon, the dragon takes an extra 3d6 force damage. And any dragon of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you automatically uses its reaction to make a melee attack.
Kid's stubborn.
Strange. You can make use of it. There's also the Dragon Wing Bow. Requires attunement. The limb tips of this magical bow are shaped like a dragon's wing. The weapon is infused with the essence of a chromatic gem or metallic dragon's breath. When you hit with an attack roll using this magical bow, the target takes an extra 1d6 of that same dragon type damage. If you have no ammunition in this weapon, it produces its own. Automatically creating one piece of magical ammunition when you pull back the string, and vanishes immediately after it hits or misses. So this is pretty cool. So you can bring out the bow and get an arrow without even having to carry a quiver. It does fire dragon breath weapons.
That's cool.
Slightly, 1d6 extra. I mean, nothing to scoff at. If you're a ranger or a rogue, that's an extra d6, and I'm not gonna scoff against it. Here's one. I like uncommon magical items because generally they're a little more creative instead of just giving you abilities. Emerald Pen. Sounds interesting, right? This pen is tipped with an emerald nib, or nub. It's N-I-B. How do you say that? Nib. And it requires no ink to use. While holding this pen, you can cast the illusionary script spell at will.
There he goes.
I kind of like that. I like it when there's small things for you to get.
I feel like that's just being fancy.
It is being fancy. As a wizard character, I would love it. I'm going to be more selective on what I'm going to... There's so many magical items here, so I'm going to be very selective on what sort of draws my attention. Sure, let's do a legendary item. I don't think I've ever given you guys a legendary item.
To date, I don't think so.
They seem too powerful to me. Like world ending, you know?
I mean, there's vestiges. That's how Matt uses it, but
Yeah.
vestiges of the gods.
There is no silver moon staff that I have here. Unfortunately.
Shady's like, you got that in there? How much?
The blue crystal staff, unfortunately not.
You sure?
Yeah. Again, Fizzbands, the 5e supplement book, probably different than Dragonlance. There is an option, there's a thing here. This is a legendary potion. I don't see that very often.
Yeah. I mean, there's more like in-depth potions or that do more stuff. I've never seen like a quote-unquote legendary.
Yeah. There is a potion called the Dragon's Majesty. This potion looks like liquid gold with a single scale of a chromatic gem or metallic dragon suspended inside. When you drink this potion, you transform into an adult dragon of that same kind of scale. The transformation lasts for an hour. Any equipment you are wearing melds into your new form. And for the duration, you gain the game statistics of that adult dragon of your choice. Let's see here. Instead of your own, you can retain your languages, personality, and memories. You just can't use the dragon's shape or its legendary or layer actions. And it kind of fits. Are there dragon orbs in here? Not that I see within the magical items, but I haven't gotten to the Horde items yet, so who knows. Let's do one more regular magical item. I'm gonna let you choose.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I see.
What sounds interesting? The platinum scarf, the ruby weave gem, the sapphire buckler, or the topaz annihilator?
Damn. That last one. I was gonna go with the ruby gem, but then they ended it with annihilator.
I know. I saw it and I was like, this is probably gonna be it. It's a firearm. It's a gun. It is legendary firearm. So it's a weapon. This magical ranged weapon resembles a musket, but in lieu of any ammunition, it holds a glowing yellow scale from a topaz dragon in its heart. The weapon has a normal range of 100 feet and a long range of 300 feet. And is a two-handed property. It deals 2d6 necrotic damage on hit. If the damage reduces a creature or object to 0 hit points, the target is reduced to dust. Is it additional? No, it's just 2d6. It's a legendary thing too? That's weird. A creature reduced to dust can only be restored to life by using True Resurrection or a Wish spell.
That's sad.
While the weapon is in your person, you can use an action to cast the Disintegration spell. There it is. Disintegration spell. Once the property has been used, it can't be used until the next dawn. That's why it's a legendary item. Got it. So you can go snap, 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 snap. Oh, screw it. Disintegration. Snap. It's a necrotic shotgun, essentially. It's pretty good. You save the gun for the killing blow. If you want to end your enemy and go, you're not coming back. There. Stay down. This is good for a fighter or an artificer who gets multiple attacks. So, like if you're a gunslinger, you can go shot, 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 2d6, 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 2d6. Action surge, 2d6. Just go down. mean, that's pretty good. What I've learned, I learned something recently about mythical actions. Because you taught me this. Because you're one shot.
They're meant to kill people.
Yeah. Monsters with mythical actions are meant to kill you, right? However, there are spells like Power Word Kill that do not do damage, and hence do not meet the mythical actions requirement. Meaning, if once this creature hits 0 hit points, it gains its hit points back. If you do Power Word Kill, let's say, what was your monster?
Arasta.
Let's say Arasta only had 40 hit points left, and we use Power Word Kill.
Oh, she couldn't do her regeneration.
She couldn't, because
that was just an ability. That wasn't a mythic action.
You told me that it was a mythic thing.
It just happens. She only can't come back if she uses her armor of spiders. So if she uses that ability and then you kill her, then she'll like go down. But like, it's worded. It's a whole paragraph in
What
there.
was the wording? Like, does it say like you have to reduce this creature to 0 hit points to?
You know what? They have it. No, I don't have it there.
That's fine. It's fine. Oh, you're gonna go get it? You're kind of tied. Don't forget.
I know.
Where are you going? Oh, it's behind me. Got it. Double check it. I'm interested. So I learned that on a TikTok that if you were to do Power Word Kill, it wouldn't meet those specifics. Like
You learned it on the TikTok.
I did. Shady has a point. Like the kill does not do damage, hence it would not trigger those abilities. Hence the creature would just die.
I remember her page was in the 200s. I don't think it's this other one.
While you look that up, I want to get into Horde magical items. This is probably where we're going to end it. We'll probably go to maybe 2 of these. Horde magical items are certain magical items that can absorb the ambient magic of a dragon's horde. The mightier the dragon, the more powerful the Horde's item becomes. Let's see here. So it's steeped within the dragon's horde and gets these magical abilities. There are different states that a horde item can take. It can be slumbering. It can be stirring. That's if your dragon is young. Awakened. That's if your dragon is an adult. And ascended. That's if your dragon is ancient. So let's go ahead and find ourselves a magical horde item.
There's regional effects.
So we have here a dragon touch focus. If it's it's a wondrous item that can be a sapphire or scepter, excuse me. A orb, an amulet, a crystal, or another finely crafted object. Hey, it can be an arcane focus. Welcome to the channel's name. If it's slumbering, you have advantage on initiative rolls while you're holding it. And it can function as your arcane focus.
There's so much stuff I did not use on this thing, but that's okay.
Oh, thank God.
There's like more.
The one shot would have went on for another 2 hours. It has stirring. So the dragon touch focus can do something else. If it's stirred, it has the slumbering property, meaning that you have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition to that, let's see here, you can, if you have a chromatic part of it, you can deal acid, cold, fire, lightning damage on your spells. So you roll an additional d6. You can do, if it's a gem, let's see here, you can teleport to an unoccupied space whenever you cast a spell within 15 feet. If it's metallic, when a creature you see within 30 feet of you makes a saving throw, you can use your reaction to give the creature advantage, so you can save it from your friend. There's a lot to read here. If you have a dragon touch focus that is wakened, it gets both the slumbering and stirring properties, what I just said. In addition to that, it also has, if you have chromatic, you can cast Hold Monster. If you have gem, you can use Raise Telepathic Bond. Or Ralum's Psychic Lance. Again, I don't know how to pronounce it. Or if you have metallic, you can use Fizzband's Platinum Shield or Legend Lore. So it gives you like an additional spell. Pretty good. One last one. Sorry, guys.
Fine.
If you have the Dragon Touch focus and it is ascended, it gets the Slumbering, the Wakened, the Stirring properties, and when you cast a spell of first level or higher while holding this focus, you can treat the spell as if you were casting a 9th level spell slot. Once this property has been used, you can't do it until the next dawn. So for one spell per day, you can cast it 9th level.
Hey man, wish.
It says here first level or higher, meaning that you can cast you can cast Wish. If you have 9th level spells already in your repertoire, you can cast 9th level spell. I have another spell slot. 9th level spell. Essentially gives you a free 9th level spell slot. That's legendary. That's why it's so powerful. That makes sense.
Yeah, I heard that ability is literally an ability. It's not a mythic or a legendary action.
What does it read?
It's underneath. What
does it read?
It says, if Arasta is reduced to 0 hit points, she doesn't die or fall unconscious. Instead, she regains 200 hit points. In addition, Arasta's children immediately swarm over her body to protect her, granting another 100 temporary hit points. So it's like 300 in total. But I didn't use that last part. I only used the first part.
So the key word to that is reduced to 0 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to cast Power Word Kill, it says if your HP is lower than 100 HP, you instantly die. So that is a way around it. I learned that. I don't think we were high enough levels to even get Power Word Kill.
No.
So we were boned either way.
Yeah. It's just called her Armor of Spiders ability. That wasn't in the mythic or legendary actions. It's just something she does.
Yeah. That's insane.
Temple's gonna yell at me because it literally says that Arasta is a formidable foe. Hold on. Fighting Arasta as a mythic encounter is equivalent to taking on 2 challenge rating 21 creatures in 1 encounter.
With that gun kill?
You can yell now, Temple.
The gun does deal... Huh. The gun could also kill Arasta.
Why?
Because it says here, when it reduces the
yeah, she would have to hit
subject,
0.
When the creature hits 0, it's reduced to dust. So it's like a disintegration spell. I guess that would work too.
I guess you have to get through the 300 hit points she has first, though.
Oh man, we were boned at the end of it. We're like, how do we get past this girl? It was still a hard fight. I think even with these cheap tricks, if you were using the full stats, we'd be dead.
Yeah, because there's a couple of these I didn't use. But you were technically already dead, so like, as Titan put it, it was more of like a trial to see your worth.
It felt like a Greek
trial, because it was like, you're already dead. I just want to see what you got.
So let's go ahead and I think we're done here. Well, we can touch on more on Horde items in the following books and brew, because again, it's Christmas time. Let's go ahead and talk about magical items. Let's talk about what's to come and what's changing here in Arcane Focus.
Yes, because if I keep looking at that book and keep getting
I put mine away.
Ideas.
If you put that down, you'll feel better. So once again, we have episode. What do we have? Episode tomorrow.
46.
Thank you so much for knowing this.
Wait, 46? 46? 47?
46.
46?
46.
It was like, I think it's 46.
We have episode 46 tomorrow.
Hold on.
At 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. No, I'm looking at my notes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're fine. We have episode 46 tomorrow for Magic at Mosted. Then this Sunday, we're going to have a non-D&D game called Fringe Technologies Incorporated.
Although we're still rolling dice.
You're still rolling dice, absolutely. It's a GURPS, I think it's called a generic or like general universal role-playing system, something along those lines.
GURP.
GURPS. It's the first time we've ever tried a non-D&D game. So it is a very dissected light version.
It seems fun though, the way you explained it to me.
I think so. It sounds very fun. We'll be joined by a new face. We got Breaking Branches, a wonderful artist who's done a lot of work for Almost Heroes. We were so lucky to be part of one of their one-shots, and she made art of our characters, which was really cool.
Yeah.
We've been keeping up with the Almost Heroes crew. They're almost done with their campaign.
That's crazy.
Do you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I think I saw a post from them saying that like they're nearing their campaign's end. I think they have one more session.
I prefer the holidays. Good
Yeah.
timing.
They're 80 sessions in already. That's amazing. So that's happening. We're gonna have her on. We're gonna have some familiar faces. We've got Aaron back from Riot. You'll be playing a character. And we have Crash Pixie from our Malaholics one shot. Once again, she's playing characters in this sort of non-D&D standard fantasy style games we like to invite her in.
Yeah.
I swear, Crash is not because of that. It's just how we roll, how the dice roll. We'll get you in a standard D&D game one day. It'll happen.
Yeah, and then the following Saturday, which is the 11th, we won't be here. We got some family stuff, but we will be on at 2:30 Sunday for episode 47. That's what I was getting confused.
Yes.
And that will be our last episode of the year because holidays and family stuff and weddings all at the same time. So that we will end on session 47.
Oh, 47.
And pick up in the new year.
So recap once again, 46 tomorrow. Our GURPS one shot on the 5th.
No, GURPS one shot is this Sunday, which is
the 5th.
Oh yeah, my dates are off.
That's fine. It's the end of the week. We're hitting that brain.
I have my calendar in front of me. I don't know what date it is.
Yeah. So 46 tomorrow. Our GURPS one shot on the 5th. We will not be here on the 11th, but we will be back on the 12th for our Christmas one shot, which will not be DM'd by me or you.
The 19th is the Christmas one shot.
I'm sorry.
So I just said we're setting up too many dates. So the 11th we won't have Magic of Mostad. We will have Magic of Mostad on the 12th, and we will update you more tomorrow or in the future weeks because
follow us on our social.
Yeah.
Follow every Monday and Sunday, or Monday or Sunday, we give you guys a rundown of what our weekly schedule is going to be like. Amber's really tight on her schedule, which I really appreciate. So she knows everything in terms of scheduling.
My calendar is a little nuts.
Yeah. So yes, the 12th will be episode 47. Yes. And then the following week, we will not be on the 18th, which again,
we have wedding
things to go. But we will be back on the 19th for our Christmas one shot, which will be run by our personal DM, Nick, who's actually been on the show once before.
As Malsado.
Little
gremlin.
And he's made, and I think it's not spoiling to show it because we did give a quick summary, kind of a Home Alone style one shot.
That's it. Well, that's all we're gonna say.
That's all we're gonna say. We have our characters coming up. We've planned this.
Yeah, for a while.
It's gonna be really, really cool. So join us then. That'll be really fun. Then you're right. We'll be taking the 25th and the 26th off, and we will not be back until.
I don't know about the first. Still in talks with everybody on how we're doing that, so that will to be determined.
TBD. Also, things that are happening on the channel. I personally hold we both do this, but we both hold a 40-hour job in addition to these streams.
40-hour plus, but anyway.
It feels like that, especially with the holidays.
It is like that for me.
That does take away the amount of time I have for prep time, smaller things like Twitch updates and things like that. I will be having some time off thank you so much, Oris. Much love to you, Gigabyte. I moderate for more than 40 hours a week. Shady does deserve a lot of praise for the work he does. 100%, 100%. I'm being truthful, dude. You do a lot. I appreciate it. So I will be having some time off. I'm going to use that time to reorganize, take a step back, and figure out what changes we need to do to maybe our streams, maybe to our TikTok and other social media content. I definitely want to integrate like more interactable things that you guys can do, like maybe a soundboard. You guys already have access to ways to alter our roles, which I think is really fun, and I'm not going to get rid of that. But yeah, I want to find ways for you guys to interact more with us. A lot of us work 40 hours, so not all of us are on the Discord all the time. But it doesn't mean we're not watching it.
Yeah.
And so
chime in there every once in a while.
every once in a while. So I'm gonna find a way to. Players need chatterbox. More players need chatterboxes. Yeah, maybe we'll find a way to have a multiple way to do this. One person has a chatterbox, another person has something else that does something like maybe a sound effect, which would be really funny. But yeah, I think that'd be great. No, you have more ideas. I love it.
Yeah, I think we have enough things that talk to us.
I'm also thinking of turning Books and Brew into an audio podcast in addition. So we'll have video as well as recording of audio. I'll upload that to a few podcast channels. So we're going to get organized. We're going to spread the word. We want this channel to grow. And definitely the week, time, my vacation time can be used to improve.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because I'd like to talk about this, is that I think I mentioned it to you too. I felt kind of burnt out as of, I want to say about 3 weeks ago. I felt really burnt out, and I mentioned to you that I was like, we're doing a stream twice a week, and I have streams at work, and I'm feeling burnt out. It wasn't until, I want to say, yesterday, because we've been taking some time away from Magic and Monster because of personal life and stuff like that. I felt like that pull away, and the fact that I don't have to plan for the 19th is almost refreshing.
Yeah.
And this week-long breather from doing streams is going to be very much the break that I need.
Well, almost week long. You got the 12th.
Exactly. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And so I feel like it's very necessary for my mental well-being, and we can come back stronger and more intact.
Yeah. Well, speak for yourself.
I know. But I feel like I do plan a lot of both the technical side as well as the storytelling side, which is, and not to diminish the things that you do, because you do a lot of scheduling, posting, keeping on top of me to go, don't forget to take a photo, don't forget to do this, don't forget that, and you take care of the cat photos as well. So we do a lot.
I'm the administrative assistant.
Absolutely.
/ social media person.
We do a lot here, and we want to...
/ therapist.
We're going to refresh.
Yeah.
We're going to come back in the new year.
I think the goal is more like to kind of antiquate ourselves with more people, and then also have probably myself, maybe Steve. I love you, Steve, but I don't really feel like Steve has the time nor energy to want to plan something. So I feel like we just need to kind of reach our pool. And that's like with breaking right now. I'm the one that,
you did
bless her fucking soul. Sorry for the cursing, breaking, but like I mean it, because she's going to be up at like 2 or 3 a.m. to do this one show. Because I asked her if she would.
I felt so bad, but I was like,
are you sure? And she was like, oh no, well that's the time I play with Almost Heroes. So it's like, it's okay. So she's dedicated. Follow her on Twitter and the Instagrams. Pay her commission money.
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah, no, it's true. It's 100% true. So I'm really excited for the Sunday.
Yeah, she's a teacher, so she has to plan her lesson plan, her week, and then she was like, I'll be cool Sunday, it's okay. And I was just like, bless your soul, lady. You are safe.
Absolutely. So yeah, I had more to add.
I mean, we also partnered with Mithril Dave
That was another happy accident, Dave. You followed us, and I was like, hey, you want to play? And I love playing with Dave. He's hilarious.
We definitely want to also open up the doors to our community. So like Shady, definitely one day we have to get you in. Sort of more of our more dedicated fans, which I appreciate.
Honestly, we should have like a fan one-shot that you should DM, because that'd be freaking hilarious. I feel like Shady may try to break you though, because
yeah, that sounds about right. Listen, hey, you can't break you don't know what's coming. You don't know what I have planned. You can't break you don't know.
I think you just counteract anybody trying to break you. Like, yeah, we may get a few in there, but you're like, no, I'm gonna get one over on you. Don't worry.
There was a thing that Brendan Lee Mulligan that said, because someone turned around to him and was like, hey, Brendan, I'm gonna fuck with you. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna just stay home. And he's like, fine. You don't know what you're planning against. I will make sure that you don't know if the threat is underneath your house or if it's outside. I will bring the thunder. And he's like, it was very serious, and I was like, I like that. That's a good way of doing it. But yeah, I would love to have
I think our first DM was playing before we were born too, and I still managed to get the response, and what are you doing over I was just like,
we are 1 year old. Actually, I want to read something real quick, and I want to clip it. I definitely want to clip it and then share it to a bunch of people, because unfortunately our 1 year one shot had audio problems.
Oh, I know, but it was still fun. It was really fun. Put subtitles on.
So, here's something I wanted to say.
All I remember is, don't touch my cat.
Here's something I wanted to say. So, here at Arcane Focus, we've been. I'm gonna clip it. Don't worry, I'm gonna try again. Second take. Pick up. Okay.
Let me throw the book at you.
We started Arcane Focus in November 1st, and to be more exact, we've so far have hit over 45 episodes of Magic and Mazda. Now 46, coming up. We've hit 8 unique guest-packed one-shots and over 25 episodes, now 26, of Books and Brew. We've even spiced things up with some of these one-shot streams. We've made so many friends so far in our 1 year journey. Titanfish, Killer, Aspen from Dungeon Journals, the Almost Heroes crew, John, Dan, BK. We've partnered up with Cozy Gamer, Tom from Astral, Ari from Vecna's Laboratory, Dave from Realsmith, Oakley Does Everything, Jessica from Mad Master Designs, Crash Pixie Potter, Violet Siren, and Richard from Cute and Nerdy. In addition to these new friends, we were also able to get some familiar faces and old friends from our past like Jeff, Aaron, Kristen, and Nick. To all of you that I've labeled, and if I've forgotten you, I'm sorry, but everyone who we worked with, thank you so much for this amazing first year. We couldn't have done this without you, without the support, as well as the talent that you bring, that we were only so blessed to even know and be a part of.
And the people from 12 Days at Indie. I
got
to play with a couple cool people.
Them as well. 12 Days of Indies people, thank you so much as well. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I can't wait to see what year 2 brings, and I hope you're a part of it. That was my speech that I had in the beginning, that unfortunately, due to audio issues, was cut out. And I'm gonna clip that, share it with our friends, because they deserve to hear the kind words for all of their time and effort.
Breaking, you're in there too, because you're getting up at 2 in the crack of the dawn.
And Breaking. Well, she's technically part of year 2.
Yeah, technically.
She's gonna get her own personal thanks. Well, I think that's where we're gonna end it today.
And maybe a coffee cup.
We're gonna end it today here. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you watching.
Bye.
And I'll see you tomorrow.